If you're a heating air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what are 7? 7 tactics that your competition uses against you. What do you need to know, and what are they? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. And you're like, Scott, come on, man. What are these 7? These 7 things that my competition, the grubby things that my competition does against me. All right, number 1. I kind of put this in the order of a presentation. They show up early. Like, there are times that, like, you know, you've got a 12 o'clock appointment that they show up at 11:45 to try to throw you off your game. You need to be prepared for this, right? You need to be able to stand up for yourself and say, hey, time out. I was here. Respect my process. They're being bullies. So you know what happens when you got a bully? You got to punch him in the face. And your version is not physical, right? I'm not telling you to be physical, but you do need to stand up for yourself and say, hey, look, you know what? I was here. I have time set aside. You need to leave, right? And then you need to prepare the homeowner. Like, if they're going to do that to you, what else are they going to do to you? You need to be able to explain these are the games that salespeople play. And if you're willing to do business with somebody like that, you might want to think, what else are they going to do? If this is how they treat in the beginning of a relationship, how are they going to treat you in the middle, and how are they going to treat you in the end? Number 2, there are people out there that say, I can't leave you a bid. It's against the law, right? They literally tell homeowners, I can't leave you a bid. It's against the law. Like, there is no such rule of anywhere that I know about. I have a General B contractor's license in California, right? I hold the license. Nowhere on the test in California does it say that you can't give a bid and leave a bid with somebody. But, like, these are the things that people say so that they can get back in the door. Number three, I'll email you a bid, right? Like, there's times where they don't. There's times where the whole game is to get back in the door and, like, drop by later and say, hey, like, look, you know, I'll email you a bid, and then they know that there's a couple more proposals coming, so here's what they do. They stall out, and then they call the homeowner and go, hey, you know what, I'm in the neighborhood. Why don't you let me come by and go over the proposal with you, so that they can be the last dude or the last chick in, because there's a higher percentage of people get tired, right? They listen to the first guy, which could be you. They could be the person in your company. They could be anybody. And then, like, that person sets the tone. They do all the price conditioning. You know, they give the first presentation. So law of primacy and recency says that primacy is first, recency is last, that you have a higher propensity of closing the deal if you're the first or the last guy. So people try to be the first guy or the last guy, preferably the last guy, because they know that 80% of the time they're like, well, let's just make a deal, right? I'll go call my manager. I got a scratch and dent. You know, we'll get you some sort of a special for going in. And this is why you should join HVAC Tech Secrets. I'll give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. Number 4, I need to be the last guy in, right? They figure out some sort of ruse. I got a manager's discount. I'm going to talk to my vendor on Wednesday. My owner's out of town. I'm going to go to breakfast with my owner tomorrow morning. I'm going to get coffee with my owner tomorrow morning. So let me see what I could do and work you out some sort of special and come back and go over things with you, right? Whatever the thing is, like, I need to go to the store and get ice cream and I'll come back. Like, when I say it that way, it just sounds absolutely ridiculous. Number 5, they prime your presentation. Oh, you know what? Scott's coming out there. I already know what he's going to say and what he's going to do, right? Here's what you can expect. And that you got to know that your competition is shopping your presentation. You've probably been recorded this year at least once or twice. You know, they're in there trying to find every nut and bolt of things that you do, and they're wasting your time. They're wasting your resources so that they can get your presentation. Number 6. Sign language number 6, right? You're thinking that's 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Sign language 6. They reverse prime your price. Oh, I know where XYZ company's at. They're, for a job like this, they're typically around 30 grand. I know where 1, 2, 3 companies at like this. They're typically around $100,000 for this system. Now, you got to be careful, because sometimes people are like, there's no way. I don't think that it's going to be that much. And sometimes these price conditionings, they can induce, like, is that true or that's not true? That's why in marketing, they say there's no such thing as bad media, because people will call and try to figure out if that's true. So you got to be careful if you're doing this. Number 7, the dump the price game, right? So it's like, how low can you go? It's limbo at the end of a call. It's limbo at the end of the call. It's absolute, like, you know what? Let me just throw this out there. Let me just say, hey, I'll give you my last best price. Here's what it is. And then here's the thing. If that's you, this is your strategy. You're going to use it. But if you've left the house, you've left the building, it's really tough to go back and go like, well, I know I told you it was my last best use, but here's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to do it for less again. You got to tell the truth. And then number eight, I'm going to give you a bonus. Like I said 7, right? And I said 7, but I'm really going to give you 8. And this is the poor sportsmanship. This is the last ditch effort. So let's say that your company, you work for 1, 2, 3 company, and your competition is XYZ. XYZ company does a follow-up, and they say, hey, just checking in, want to see where you're at with the system. And they say, oh, to that sales guy, I went to 1, 2, 3 company. Oh, you went with 1, 2, 3 company? Yeah, I know for them that they're typically around $12,000 for a job like this, right? Or, well, hopefully they gave you the 5-year same as cash, no interest, no payment financing, because that's one of the specials that they're running right now. And it's a last-ditch effort to be a poor sport. It's a last-ditch effort to be like, I'm going to get one over on you and cause problems for you, right? So be aware that there's really like 8 grubby tactics that your competition uses. 8! I told you 7 in the beginning, but like it's really 8. It's really 8. So there you go. Today, I've got my Tamba Surf Company shirt on, right? I got my Tamba, like right there, Tamba, a good surf company from Kauai. What's up, Tamba? You guys are awesome. Love dropping by your shop out there in Kauai. You got 1 or 2 things to do from here, just 1 or 2. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update or hit follow. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.